of the whole day.
Something was not. Whenever you're ready.
All right, let's go ahead and call to order the March 17th meeting of the Portage Township Board. Roll call, Ryan Hill, present.
Cheryl, present.
Muhammad is present.
All right, we need to do an approval for the agenda today.
I do have one slight change as we've added minutes from the executive session as well to your packet. But
Okay,
that's pretty standard. But that's the only change to the agenda.
I move we accept the meeting agenda for Portage Township Board of St. Joseph County, March 17, 2026.
As amended.
As amended.
As amended, yes.
Second.
All right, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so wait, is there something in here about?
Yeah, that's this right here. The executive session minutes.
Oh, okay.
So you can take them one at a time, I guess. The February 17th regular session and then the February 24th executive.
Yeah, I'm not seeing those. Oh, here it is.
It's
Were you ready for the,
language.
Out of order.
Sorry, Ryan.
All right.
Sorry, Ryan.
Okay, so let's start with just our regular February 17th minutes. Are there any amendments or changes needed? I haven't seen it.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't,
All right, so motion to approve.
Make the motion that we approve our minutes from the February 17th, 2026 Portage Township Board meeting.
I second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I,
Okay. And then minutes from the executive session on February 24th. I'm having a quick read to see what's actually listed here.
was there any,
It just says that we were all present to discuss the potential issues with the litigation, so.
okay.
I'll make the motion that we,
But it doesn't say what we talked about.
No,
Good.
it just says pursuant to the litigation, we have to discuss it.
so I'll make a motion that we, accept our minutes from the Portage Township Board executive session from February 24th, 2026.
I second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So let's open for public comment. Not seeing any members of the public present or online. I guess we can close public comment. All right, new business.
So the first thing you have in your packet is a bid for the Portage Cemetery, now that it's been transferred to us. These are bids we got back in the day. And Zakowski's was the bid that we went with. We just had to have it updated here because that was a while ago. And so we are going to want to move forward with this project because we feel like we need to get a temporary fence put up there to keep people off there, especially we have no idea what the city and or county is planning to do with that surrounding area, but if there's going to be traffic around there, we want people not driving on the graves, which has happened. So the idea is, unfortunately, we feel like we should spend some money to put up a fence, just a basic chain link black fence out there to keep people out. You'll be able to walk through it still and there'll be a gate and all that kind of good stuff, but
Has there been any vandalism issues there?
nope, we haven't had any of those kind of issues. Lana's got a contractor lined up to do the mowing for us out there and all that kind of stuff, but right now, I think the goal, or I think the strategy for the township is to not do much out there until we know what's going on in the surrounding area. There are folks who are very interested in helping and they've been contacting us and cataloging the graves and we've got lots of records and lots of documentation. So if the moment comes that we want to do something nice out there, some kind of monument, some kind of that.
Gazebo to sit.
Yeah, no,
And
truly, yeah,
right.
it's just, it seems like we should
You
wait
and
to
me.
see what goes on first.
We go.
And then at the same time, the county has ARP money that is earmarked for this, about $15,000 that they've agreed to transfer to us, but they only transfer it to us after we've spent the
Right.
money on the fence. But the time is running out. That has to be done this year. So
Okay.
even the fence, maybe it would have been nice to wait, but since they have those funds, we
Right.
thought we'd go ahead and move
And
forward.
if we don't do it now, we won't get the money.
That's
Okay.
right. So
Thank
it doesn't
you.
require a vote of the board, but I wanted to have your eyes on it. And if you have an objection or a different thought on the route we should go, worth the discussion.
So news wise, I haven't heard anything anymore about what they're planning on doing with the land and the building. Have you?
No
Okay.
update,
Okay.
no update.
Yeah, I mean, At one point, they were talking about giving it to a school, but I guess that went out the window.
The city often is brought up. I've run into Commissioner Morton fairly regularly. I always bring it up and sort of tease him about it, and he even.
But no.
Nobody has, nobody knows. Nobody knows, so, I
Yeah.
think we should probably just protect the area until we.
Yeah, I agree, especially if some of the graves people have accidentally driven on.
Oh yeah, it's huge ruts were, this was last year or the year before, huge ruts right in the middle. And then also, it'll be good to get a fence up because you don't know what you're gonna find.
Mhm.
So if we put up a fence, we'll know that is the actual boundary of the cemetery.
Okay, gotcha.
So, happy to take any questions on that, but that's all I got on that one.
From what I recall, that was, a lot of that was considered a poverty cemetery, is that right?
Yes, yes, it's a Potter cemetery essentially for indigent folks. The only reason I cage it a little bit is through the research that's being done, actually, there's a lot more infants that are buried out there than I think people realize. There's like, I think nearly 40 infants has been found out there, which, so it's not just indigent people that were buried out there. There are just regular folks that were buried out there for whatever reason at some point. Cause we've been contacted by people who have family members that are buried out there. And it wasn't that they were necessarily indigent, it just might have been an active cemetery at the time. Maybe they lived in the area, like neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime you guys wanna go back there though, like I said, I can take you back there. You can get back there now, there's access, it's not easy to get to,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what we have going on there, so we will move forward with that. Then the second thing we have on here is, something I wanted to throw at you guys and for your discussion and, approval. Again, I don't think it takes a formal vote, but we would like to do a spring cleaning, we're calling it spring cleaning initiative, where we would like to, Burton's Laundry is willing to partner with us and provide us a steep discount if we want to purchase gift cards for Burton Laundry's facilities. And the idea is, we would like to give them out to anybody that comes to, we'd like to do a thing where we give it out, anybody who comes to the food pantry or during food pantry times would get and we're thinking like a $20 or $25 gift card for Burton's Laundry. It costs about $6 for a wash and about $3 for a dry. So, in the big ones.
Right.
So a family of four is probably spending at least $25 per week on laundry. We have a staff member here that actually does it, so she provided a lot of good insight into us as well. And I met with the owner and we kind of talked about, he's got really good data on who's coming there, and it's actually interesting. About 30% of the people who come and use the laundry facilities actually have a washer and dryer at home. It's just quicker and easier for them to come do it all at once on the weekend.
Yeah.
So really very interesting, and that out of that, we thought, we'd like to spend, we're thinking $2,000 to start, to do an April spring cleaning giveaway. Just looking for another way to help offset costs for folks. It might be a small one, but it might be a nice gesture, to folks that have to use these, well, and also if you're gonna, your bedspreads, a lot of people don't have washers that, but spring cleaning, you need to wash them, so that's what we'd like to do. We'd like to go buy, couple hundred of these gift cards, and we'd like to give them away throughout the month.
Could we reserve some of those gift cards for the federal employees?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, call them up and say, if you need something to wash your clothes, we've got,
Yeah,
so we could reserve some for
yeah,
them.
we could do anything like that. He threw out a lot of different things, but I mean, 20%, 30%, 50%, he's willing to give these at a steep discount. So we
Right.
might get, we could get $3,000 or $4,000 worth of gift cards for $2,000.
Right,
Each card costs a little bit of money too, and he said he's willing to waive that fee and
Right.
eat that fee. And there's a lot of these Burtons are like,
Yeah, I'm
becoming
looking
the
at
standard one now
Yeah, I'm
for Portage Township.
Right.
Yeah, there's one right down the street.
Williams.
But
Or
Williams, that's Williams, okay.
yeah, there's one right by the senior center, then there's the new one on Western, and then he's gonna be putting in a new one, here on.
they're all over town.
Yeah, that's
They're all
right.
over
And
town.
who did
I
you say
use them.
the owner was?
Dave Newfer is his name,
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I mean,
longtime community guy, is big.
right, I think it's a great idea. Like I said, I only said if we can just make sure we reserve some
Yeah,
for the P, whatever they are.
yeah, I thought it was worth the discussion with the board, because I think anytime you're buying gift cards,
Yeah,
we'll have to keep them locked up here, but we have the
Right.
food pantry locked up anyway. We have the facilities to do it, we just haven't done the gift card thing before.
yeah, I agree. So are you going to give them out to everybody that comes and gets stuff for the, help for the month of April? How are we gonna distribute them?
Yeah, we were gonna basically just tie it with the pantry. We were gonna consider this part of the food pantry.
Right, so when people get something for the food pantry,
They
they
get
get
it
cards.
automatically, or if they just wanna come, just for the
Right.
card, they can come get it, but we were, I mean, I'm open to thoughts, but my initial thought was we were still gonna hold them to the same requirements as anybody who comes to the food pantry. They have to fill out a form, give us their ID, they self-report their income.
Yeah,
household
yeah,
size,
tie it
that's
to
kind
the,
of about it.
tie it.
Just
to-
like any other pantry person.
Right.
But if they just want the card, same thing, just fill out the form,
Right.
and that would help us for tracking at the end of the year.
And they can
Okay.
use this card at any burdens.
You can use it at any burdens,
Right.
that's right, it's pretty neat.
Or are we going to give it to anybody who we help with utilities or?
I guess I hadn't considered that.
The only reason I say that is there might be some
Makes sense.
people who don't use the food pantry. But if they're coming in here for help with utilities or rent, it means they're in bad shape.
Agreed, I'm open to that, I didn't know how fast they'd go. And I wanted to be careful that we don't just give them out because.
That's what I was
And then
kind
they're
of
laying in
like,
somebody's
make
floor.
sure
they're
they
not
go to
using them.
people who.
Right.
So I think the staff will be well trained to say, do you use the laundry match?
Yeah,
And if you do, then here's this card.
Right.
'Cause
right,
I
not
mean-
just do you want a gift card,
That's-
right?
that's
Do you
why-
use this?
Right.
and-
Yeah, I
We weren't gonna
agree.
just throw them around,
Agree.
it was like, can you
Okay,
use
good.
this?
So,
So
well,
I'm willing to do it at the front. you
so
know.
could we do it with people who come in for assistance and the food
I
pantry?
think we could try it.
Both.
I think we could try it, yeah.
I
So
don't
it's
know
good
why we
until
wouldn't.
supplies run out.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, the supply is gonna be
Right.
the issue.
and then can we
And-
notify whoever the guy that wanted 60 boxes delivered?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So I was thinking of starting with like 200,
Okay.
300 cards,
Budget wise, where would this come from?
assistance.
Okay, but which part of assistance?
I don't know. I was thinking probably food pantry. We've got quite a lot allocated there and we don't spend it last year. It's supplemented by donations already.
Mhm.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so
Well,
And keeping it all very tied to the pantry for compliance purposes was my
Right.
initial thought.
So when the people came in from TSA, did they make it clear to them they had to live in Portage Township?
As with everybody that comes to the food pantry, it's people that live in Portage Township. Yes,
But I meant the
but
people at the,
we accept other people to the pantry, don't we?
we don't turn anyone away.
Right,
Right.
but the
We
goal
might
was
not-
for the township.
You're not gonna get as much if we should be though. This is supposed to be just for Portage Township
Right.
residents. If somebody comes to the pantry and doesn't live in Portage Township, they don't leave empty-handed.
right,
So why wouldn't we tie that actually to the clothing budget though? Cause we don't usually go through that, do we?
We could, but we were gonna do the coats for kids again this year, and that usually is what that entire budget goes to, but we could, yeah. Anything can be moved around within that sub-account as well.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's why I guess I don't get so hung up on
which account?
just.
Yeah, but I think with the way, with the changes and budget cuts, I think it's good to be able to say like, this is where we pull.
I think you'll wanna know throughout the year that this is where that money came from, so that you see like, oh, wow, we're almost out of
Right.
budget. It's like, well, it's a big thing came out of that, yeah, that's right.
Right.
But yeah, we'll,
I mean, I
Good
don't
idea.
know, just
Why not?
looking at it
Yeah,
like,
no, why not?
Who, the contact that for the federal employees, maybe we could put together something for them, telling what they need to bring, and then they can pass it out, and then, if
Maybe,
you
but
don't,
again, that person who contacted wanted us to come deliver it all.
I
for
know,
them,
I
so
know.
it's like, I don't wanna drop off 60 cards that just.
no, I agree, I'm saying, but yeah, use him as a contact
Oh, yeah,
to say, okay, here is what we do at Portage
you
Township.
want it to just be Portage Township residents?
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
Well, like my friend that lives or that works for TSA, he lives across the street from the airport, right? So if he really wanted to walk to work, he could. But I don't know if that's Portage Township. Is that Portage Township? The airport in Portage Township?
It's gonna be closed, but I think it's not. Probably,
It's either
Warren.
German or Warren.
this could also be something though that we check with the other townships.
I've not heard of them doing this.
Right, but I mean like, hey, your people are coming here. Do you wanna contribute or do you want some bad press?
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna move to.
Well, no, that's why I said,
Feel free to leave those conversations.
right, okay, that's why I said, put something together, that says, if you live in Portage Township, and you can call us to find out if you do or not. Here are the things we can help you with. Here are the numbers of other townships to see what they can help you with. And then that guy passes it out.
I think some of them might actually be interested in that though, because we've got the facilities and support here. Like if we can say we've got these people from Penn, would you be able to make, contribute some of your assistance budget? to
I don't think so, but go ahead.
I don't know. I think it's worth trying.
I don't see Center doing it. See, me, I call and tell them that we're passing out stuff to the federal employees via
Right.
this, and that we're telling what the requirements are for Portage Township, and then we're gonna list the other township phone
Well,
numbers.
Here's the other thing. They may also have assistance applications in those townships for these people.
I think
Right.
Ryan is right, but we do have experiences trying.
Right. All we can do is try, and I think it's important that we do as elected stewards of the budget and such, we should be able to say hey, we're not gonna turn people away, but
I think they're going to say it's your program. Why would you ask me to give money to your program? This
Well,
was your idea. You didn't ask our permission. I mean,
Right,
that's an initial
that's what I
reaction.
see
yeah,
happening.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
And then we just write that down. We tried, but we're not gonna turn people away who need help.
We don't. Yeah, we don't.
But see,
I
this
feel
is the
like,
problem, Ryan. A lot of people are needing help with utilities and rent and things like that. And so what I hate to happen is someone comes in because Mary got help from us because she lived in our township.
Yeah.
And Harold and Susan comes in and we say, oh, we can't help you with your utilities because you don't live in Portage Township. I want to be proactive. But that's why I'm saying if we.
Oh,
can
yeah,
have
no. Yeah, I feel.
And to
I'm not
pass
thinking
out,
of it,
to
yeah.
pass out.
But you're right in that if they come for utilities and housing, they get turned down if they. come
Right.
to the township. I don't know why we've just, with the pantry, it's just been like, we're not gonna let anybody leave empty-handed. So
Right,
I feel like it's a different.
and it's
thing
not as much money.
to refuse people for food.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
is,
why I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, we don't
You're
give
not gonna-
it away.
But
do.
we do need to document things and.
Oh, we do. We have all, we still make them fill out the form and we have all that for sure.
so that's the reason I want like a.
Oh, no, we put it out, reminder that you have to live in Portage Township. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, a written thing that tells them, here's the things we can help you with.
That makes sense.
Here is, your documentation you're gonna need. And,
We can-
and then, say, call us to find out if you live in Portage Township or not. If you don't live in our township, here are the other
Township numbers.
township numbers. Now, I can't help it if
Yeah. No, for sure.
certain townships aren't thinking about these people.
We get a lot of calls around the state, a lot of folks running for office, wanting to, very excited. I mean, I get it. We get them on our website and they, I've had probably 10 meetings with various people running for township trustee throughout the state who have just heard about the things that we've done. Carl King or, various things and are very excited and want to just talk about they're wanting to run and can they do those things? And so those are conversations that
Right.
it's definitely having an effect.
Right, and then what we do is you send a letter to all the townships and, in our county, letting them know, that we've passed out to the federal employees and we've given the names of the townships
I
for
mean-
those who don't live in our township.
I do think it is reasonable to set something up. I know, was it, Warren used to contribute a lot of their food support budget to different programs in the township.
There was a pantry, I think I don't know what's going on with it, but at one point they were funding a pantry that was ran by a local nonprofit.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking, if we have people coming here that are part of this specific thing, asking others if hey, do you want to contribute a little for the people that you had come out here is reasonable. And they can say no, but then they said no,
Yeah, we do that.
So,
All right, well, it sounds like you guys like the idea though.
absolutely.
Yeah.
we will do that, and I'll let you know how that goes. Then the last thing I just have on here is, in conjunction with that, April is going to be our food pantry drive month. So, they're working on graphics and reaching out to, businesses and our partners and all that to let folks know we're gonna push a big stock the Portage Pantry drive throughout the month of April. Lana, made a bunch of, the boxes, right, Lana? Big, like,
Yeah.
3 foot tall boxes. that
We got
people can have in their
donated, yeah.
businesses, and
They need one to.
that they could put at
With
their
the new-
business to throw food in, and so,
Mhm.
obviously, we'll make sure you guys are looped in on all
I'll
that.
contact churches.
Yeah, whatever you can do, we've got,
Yeah,
Yellow
because you're gonna
Cab
have a
is-
box that we could give the church maybe?
Mhm.
Yellow Cab is
Okay.
good
Just
for
tell me.
us in April
Okay, I'll
already. They do
contact
once they do-
churches.
They do a nonprofit every month, and so they've chosen us for April, so, we're gonna start pushing that out on Monday.
Okay, can you, if you gotta have any kind of letter or so,
Mhm.
can you send a copy to me
Oh,
so
yeah.
then I can use that as a template for the
Connor's
churches?
drafting that now, and we'll get it
Okay.
all over to you guys.
And I'll give the
Mhm.
churches.
Mhm.
And I'll probably be calling you, no, there's a place you can go online and type in the address and it tells you what county and what township you're in, I think.
Yeah, there is a couple around.
Yeah, so I won't have to call you and ask you, is this in Portage Township?
I'd be glad to answer it anyway, so.
Mhm.
That was all that I had. Those are our
Okay.
big things here for, March.
Okay. So is there any old business? Alright, uh,
Oh,
oh,
Go ahead.
this is an old business, but can y'all regularly report how many people come to our dinner?
Hmm,
As part of the regular,
Real Services has been tracking that, but yeah,
okay, yeah.
sure.
I know I had asked about.
Yeah, is that, are you working on something? Or
You know what I would love to see? And I have to talk to Connor about finding some group, not group per se, but some nonprofit, foundation to pay for the dinners.
Cheryl, had sent us an email and asked how much the dinners cost, and, we pay per person $11 one,
12.
$12 per
Mhm.
person, and then we figure for like 75, is that what it is?
between 60 and
So it's not
90.
cheap, I mean, it's about $1,000 each.
So I was gonna talk to Connor if I could do research to see if it's got a novel idea.
Yeah, no,
I have said over and over to people, the thing that's different, or to me, two things that are different. One is there's African Americans and white. Okay, and I thought maybe working with Casa, we could work on Hispanic. The other one is income, because I know some of the people there, they're middle class.
Mhm.
And I know some other people there that aren't middle class, and I think that's one of the rare.
Well, and
Big.
Cheryl, as you know, last week we had a woman come in who was homeless with her 2 kids, and
I saw that.
she'd been, well, I brought you over there because
Yeah.
I was asking about, but she came to the office too. So
Okay,
we
yeah,
got her hooked up, but so you're right, I mean, it's a great thing.
and I'm working
So to
on,
your point, that we could say, hey, this month is sponsored by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, whoever wanted to
Okay.
donate,
I'll work on that with
that'd be
Connor.
helpful. Great idea.
Because I'm working on getting the men from the state reentry center coming.
That'd be
And so I just think it's a great idea, just trying to figure if we can get someone to help pay for it.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Okay, I'll talk to Connor.
None of
You
us-
know who else you could talk to
Mhm.
that I was listening to on the news? Aaron Nichols. They
Hmm.
use those reentry cats. They have them in plays and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't see his did you see that segment, Hometown Living or whatever?
Yeah.
So they got a partnership with the reentry program to where.
Yeah, the reentry guys build sets
Yeah,
for
they
them,
build sets, they have them in plays.
and they've
they have
actually
them
been in
write the
play.
scripts, all of those.
nice.
They act as ushers, but they've actually had parts in the plays.
Mhm. So Aaron Nichols runs the Civic Theater. I mean, like,
Okay.
if you want,
Yeah,
That's
and
the
the
area.
lady who's in charge of that, I know, I used to be a volunteer at Districts for work for them, and she has them do a lot of things. She's looking for them to get into community things.
mhm.
So I have talked to her about bringing them to the dinner. And they have something else they do Thursday, but it's later, so I told her it wouldn't interfere with they take some film classes out at Notre Dame.
I'll ask Aaron if he can come, next month. Aaron is he's super cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to do.
But yeah, but that is the one thing I like about the dinners. There is, and I said the same thing to someone about the senior center.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the senior center, that's at, is it King's MLK or the senior center at LaSalle Park, Charles Black, it's all black. When they had the one downtown at Howard Park, it was all white.
Interesting.
This is the only one of the senior centers they've had here in South Bend that's been integrated.
It's very, I was there today, and it's even the regular crowd is, yeah,
Integrated.
now that you say that, like,
Yeah. And our dinners, and actually, it's also I know some people who go there to the senior center and it's the same thing. They're mixed income,
Uh-huh,
and that's very rare in South Bend.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll talk to Connor about trying to figure out ways to raise money.
That's a great idea. We've been kind of pushing that off on him. He's looking at writing grants and these kind of things.
Right, so can do some research.
You got your budget numbers here. I don't have anything terribly noteworthy here. It's still slower on the assistance side. The moratorium ends on Monday.
Mhm. Well, you're gonna get a lot of
They
people.
haven't run out of money yet. We haven't been told the EAP ran out of money yet, so they'll still be referred for EAP first, but,
Mhm.
yeah, it's going to start getting a little bit more hectic,
Mhm.
over the next month or two. We are expecting the circuit breaker report to come out anytime in the next few weeks, so we will know now that we understand that the receipts that they say we're going to get aren't necessarily the receipts that we get, so we're waiting to see what our actual receipts are gonna be for the year. We should know that here in the next few weeks. And then the board may have some opportunities to move some money around, but we're just kind of waiting and see.
On burial, I forget, who do we use for burial?
A few different places.
Oh, okay, so more than one place.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We use Alfred's,
Okay.
so we use Palmer's.
The only reason I was asking is, so I'm gonna make the assumption that the funeral homes, when people come in and find out how much it costs, and grandma had no anything, they'll refer them to us.
We get, yes, that does happen.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, sometimes it happens too, like, late in the process,
Uh-huh.
while they've already been,
Buried.
Well-
fed sort of some lines and made asked to sign some documents.
For $9,000.
That we have to then, tell them that we have to kind of go fight on their behalf, but,
Right.
one thing I like to talk about when it comes to burials, we get zero complaints. Shockingly, the only complaints we get are from funeral homes.
I know.
It's
They
so
need to
true,
learn.
like,
Yes,
it's
they-
funny, these
they've
folks are just appreciative. When we tell them, look, it's no service, it's just hey, look, no, we appreciate you doing it.
Yeah, and when
Very
people
clear.
call me, I tell them, you can take the ashes.
Oh, yes,
and-
St. Joe does a nice little box for you.
Yeah.
250.
Yeah, well, what I tell them is, you can take the ashes, and there's nothing that says that you can't rent a room at the St. Joseph County Public Library for $25 afterward
Park, pizza.
and have a service.
Yeah.
The only exception we made, which is what's reflected here, is we had a recent one, which was a murdered child,
Oh, yeah.
and we kind of just said, we didn't get real heavy handed on that one. We just-
Right,
Whatever you
right.
want to do.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good,
So but that's very rare.
right.
That was just one where whatever they wanted to do, they did, and we just helped them out.
Mhm.
I hope it stays rare.
Me too. But no, very good. Otherwise, like I said, planning for Coats for Kids this year. So, we're excited to be able to do that.
Oh, in our pantry,
Mhm.
do we buy some non-pantry items?
Yeah, we can
And
take. you in there.
toiletries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of toiletries.
Yeah, toilet paper,
Diapers.
yeah.
Shampoo.
We just got a donation of food, dog food.
Uh-huh.
We have, Aaron Dombrowski is very passionate about having stuff on hand for animals. A lot of homeless
I
folks will
agree
have a
too.
dog.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
I
gave
agree
away
too.
this big, huge bag of dog, but a lot of times, like, when they bring those things in, it's an industrial size bag,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
And
it
so
is. You're right.
You like, somebody gotta
Still
be there
is.
to like open
Live
it and
Split up maybe into
Split it up,
Ziplocs or
you know,
something.
like-
Ziploc bags, yeah.
Okay.
So we do, a lot of people don't come in asking for it, but Jamie will ask them when they come in. Do you want toothpaste? Do you want toothbrushes? Do you
Okay.
need, deodorant?
So.
My big thing is toilet paper. There is only one, there is only one paper pantry in the area.
We don't have a ton, I'll be honest with you, of that. We got a little, and same with diapers, we got a little decent amount that we
Right.
always have on hand, but, it really just depends. Dave Matthews' East Race Market's been very good to us.
Okay,
They've had some management changes over there, so we'll have to see how that goes, but,
okay. That was the only thing I was curious about.
yeah. Facilities update, I don't have a ton of updates here, that you don't know about. Building, William Street after the car accident yesterday, it's like a miracle.
Yeah, I
I
saw
went over
that.
there, I went over there today, like, you can't even tell anything happened. Like, I mean, except for the dirt being ground up, it's like, even the bushes were fine.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was just
Well,
wondering how that white car got to it. I'm like, how did this
There's
white
a
car
nick in
get?
the tree.
How did this white car
It
get
had to have.
That's
it-
what I said.
Dude, it had to thread a needle between the,
Yeah.
concrete pylons and a tree, and it just landed,
It slid
where it
in,
landed
like,
1 inch
okay.
away from the building. It knocked over a picture. Sandy said,
Oh.
a picture, and I was like, well, then it must have hit the building. But
You
but I
just
think it
gotta
was
find
just,
that magnet or whatever it is.
Yeah, no, I was cracking up,
Because-
you said that.
My question is, what happened?
So a car was running a red light.
Okay,
I got there immediately after it happened.
okay,
and
car was running a
Two
red
young guys
light
were standing
and
there,
somebody
little-
hit.
Yeah, the person ran a red light and she ended up having to go to the hospital, or he, ended up going off in an ambulance.
I had to
They
have
were
just that
okay.
past it
They
about
got
15 minutes
insurance?
before.
It was real fast. Yeah, and actually today, the person who caused the wreck called us,
Uh-huh.
and Lana had a conversation with them, and they're very apologetic, and
Mm-hmm.
they said they're a landscaper, they're happy to come fix it up, make it right. So that's why we have insurance. You don't have, I said, come plant some flowers for us, come spring, and the planter's there, and
So the
did you end up
person.
calling them?
No, I
No.
called him
So
this
the
morning, but he was
person who
very
ran the
respectful
light
and nice.
was-
He was
had the
young, you can tell he's young.
landscaping.
Yeah.
Well, had some nice flowers.
Well,
A little bit of
the seniors like to
Panic
do the
hitting a
flowers.
government
Okay.
building.
I mean, that's
And
their
they paint
space.
the concrete,
Yeah.
they're gonna go out and repaint. I was there today just to check on everybody, and they're planning to repaint, everything will be fine, but
Yeah, I saw it.
we told them.
I couldn't understand how it happened. Okay, somebody ran the
I
red.
couldn't understand the white car getting.
Come donate, come over to the food pantry for a day, or,
Yeah.
but that's why we have insurance, they don't need to come do work. You know.
Well, that's a good thing we put those there.
You know,
Work fair, it's
100%.
gonna work fair, it's gonna work for
I
him.
texted her right away, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't remember complaining about how expensive these were, Zakowski.
You are
But-
better
but-
than me.
Zakowski that night too, I texted Adam,
Yeah.
it's like, hey man, worth every penny. Good job. Worth every penny, didn't move.
Yeah, because the
Didn't
building
move.
was hit. The reason
No,
they're
it
there
didn't.
for a reason.
That's why they're there.
Didn't go in the building, how about
I was
that?
like, dang, cause I had to just pass there 15.
And they just left too,
on my way
everybody
home.
had just, Sandy had just left, everybody just left the building, so. Just very glad
Yeah.
nobody was hurt, cause it was bad, those cars were wrecked.
So we're not gonna go after their insurance?
Oh, no, we will,
Okay.
our insurance will, I just didn't want the kid to think he had to come do, like, that's why we have.
Do
insurance.
flowers.
Okay, got you.
If he wants to do something nice, he can come and
It's just nice, cause on his own, he was like.
Come and paint some, plant some flowers. in
plant
front
some
of our-
flowers or come to the food pantry, we appreciate it,
Right.
but
All right.
thanks, what's happening.
Okay.
So, yeah, you guys got my email about the fire territory,
So what exactly was it that they wanted that they weren't getting? Like, it bothered me they were so evasive when I tried to ask.
I don't know.
I don't think they
We had a
knew.
meeting and where we ended is not where we started. They still wanted to do this weird thing where they pay invoices directly and it really, I think there was, and I don't think either of them understood the complexities of that, the operations of this. This took Lana 6 months to put it together. That it's not just, I mean, it's not just one, what they didn't understand is it's not gonna be one or two $10,000 invoices.
Right.
$200, $300, it's dozens and dozens of invoices
Thousands.
every month. And not for every invoice, there's a vendor. You have to set up a vendor in here. Then at the end of the year, we have to collect, W-2s from them. Like, it's a
W-9s,
huge ordeal. Plus, it's in our budget. So we have to apply, do we apply that to our budget? They don't have a budget. They don't have it up in their budget. So it just took me explaining that the logistics of this didn't make any sense. And so in the end, we created a folder that they have access to at all times and they can see any invoice. As it comes in, Lana puts it in a shared folder. Anytime they want to look at all the invoices, they
Right.
look at them. And that seemed to satisfy them, but we haven't gotten a payment yet. And I did get an email from the trustees after I emailed him all the information he asked for, asking to get together and review it all here in a week. I don't know what else we can talk about and review, but I'm worried it's gonna be a time suck more than anything. And that's the other problem that I had was like, I can't have hours and hours of our time taken up on what is already dialed in from an operational perspective. So I don't know if I'd call it 100% resolved, but
But
Have they
this,
sent any money yet?
no, we haven't gotten any money yet.
so we
No.
are still paying, I mean, if it was 17,000 a month, that is a significant part of
Maybe
our
about
budget.
$2.
I was disappointed in the Portage Township Board President who made a comment at their meeting apparently that said, this isn't a significant amount of money. And I really took exception to that, hearing that, because like, it is a significant amount of money. For our budget, it is.
Right. If it was one time, but repetitively,
Well, and then again, I'm just sensitive to, you know, we only have so much time in the, you know, how
The
many times.
entirety of our food budget for the year.
Well, or just, I mean, how many times have you guys come up like, hey, you guys, you know, let's work on X, Y, Z, and it's like, man, we just don't have time. It's hard to, like, so the idea of taking another hour or two out of every week on something that is unnecessary, that's where I get frustrated. I just,
so when are they supposed to first start their payments?
expecting a payment any time.
Okay, so we sent them something with, and that kind of, we sent them a bill, right?
Mhm.
We revise, I don't know if Lana's done it yet. We're going to revise the invoices that we sent and include specific invoices that we've already paid in there that total up to the 17,000 to say, this is what you're covering with this. I don't know. It seems like that's what they want, but it's also very, I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Well-
You know, I was like, I don't know what else we can provide.
Okay, this is my thing.
We've provided everything that they've.
Come May 1st, if we don't have any money, you know how Cheryl feels.
I've reiterated. I've reiterated.
So I say we give them to May 1st.
Well, like I said, I'm hopeful. It was positive at the end. It's just, I hope we're moving on. I hope we're moving on.
Mhm.
But I will obviously keep you guys updated on that. And then from the community perspective, St. Pat's Parade was great. Cheryl
Mhm.
slept in.
Yeah, sure did.
You missed the Empire.
Cheryl. Yeah, yeah.
What else we got coming up in the next couple weeks? Eviction Ceiling Clinic.
Oh, yeah, next week. Don't forget.
So that's
I'll be
not on the
there.
board meeting. That's 4 to 7 next Tuesday. Let's see, what else do we got in the next couple weeks? I'm not sure if there's anything in the next couple weeks. I'll shoot you an email.
Yeah.
Everybody that was there.
I thought of y'all
Besides you
as
and
I was
Chris.
asleep.
So for things like the eviction ceiling clinic, like how do you advertise those?
The free means that we have, essentially, we do press release. And we do the social media, we add it in our newsletter that goes out. Then we also do a specific email blast for it. And then I have an email list of like the social service agencies and community neighborhoods. Kathy Shu, you see, she forwards my stuff all the time, and I will email it to them folks to get it around. I actually saw it really get around on Facebook this time. Isaac Hunt and some of those guys were sharing it.
Okay, I was just wondering if there's anything like community boards or such that you would have someone go post it at. Because I was thinking about it, and I'll put them up at
There's a list.
some places, but I'm like, you put it up at Cloud Walking, that's not really
Or
our
target audience.
audience.
Yeah.
Well, I sent it to the few school social workers
Okay,
and, the answer was they didn't have to be in I sent it to,
Nope, don't have that.
Mishawaka, some school social workers in Mishawaka.
it would probably be a good idea to kind of look at the zip codes that have like the higher demand for support. And just try to find a few, like, what are some of the coffee shops or supermarkets or places in those areas that have boards we could post things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little more work,
I
but
do know that Real Services, I went to a workshop a couple weeks ago. They had at the library in the auditorium, and they had a lot of different social service in the community
Libraries, yeah.
there and spreading the word about stuff, and also
Library.
about the clinic and stuff to kind of get it out to their people that they know, and individuals they work in different aspects of, so
okay.
that was pretty cool too. There was a lot of them there.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking, I think a lot of the times the way we post things is not always the target audience that are.
Well,
who
I
need it,
personally
so.
think the key is to get as many people to sign up for our Facebook page.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people who won't use Facebook anymore.
No, I know, but one of the things about the Facebook is, I can tell from experience, is that's when people pass on and post on their Facebook.
I have found our audience is on Facebook, but I agree, I think the social services,
Right,
getting it in their hands is, I think,
Yeah.
really what does it.
no,
What
I mean,
drives
the
it.
social workers that I know, I told
Yeah,
them
and
to
the
sign up.
retention.
Yeah,
I told them to sign up for our Facebook page, explaining to them, things will be announced. And
I
so,
try to email them
Put it on
like,
TikTok.
like the Monday before the community dinner. I'll email those social services groups and then they forward it on. And like I said, Kathy is really great about using her listserv. A lot of them will then just you forward it to their listservs, which is nice. But yeah, I'm open to other ideas.
I still think, like, word of mouth is the best advertising ever. It's you already have people that you helped. Those people, they be like, man, I went to this eviction showing clinic, you shouldn't go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
think that word of mouth has always been the best form of advertisement, but every other way helps too.
Yeah,
Thus
just,
far been very successful.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just thinking like, trying to think of different ways to approach it as well, just in
mm,
case there's people being missed, so.
I
Okay.
will pick up, you can run some flyers off and I'll take it to the library to put up on their boards.
okay.
That's
So
good.
if you can run me maybe
Mhm.
15, 20 flyers.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
I'll post them at all my neighborhood liquor stores. Hey, y'all talking about
Well,
target
hold on.
audience. You talking about target audience,
Well,
I'm just
hold
saying,
on.
I'm just saying,
Franks, you going down to Franks?
post it up there.
Is that open still?
Franks?
Oh, yeah.
Is Frank's open?
Sure. That's everything that I got.
mhm.
All right.
You guys
Yeah.
got anything else?
Other,
No.
nothing.
It's not time for it yet, but I think you said we might have enough money to do the coats
What's our-
again this
Yeah.
year.
What's
Yeah.
our date?
We believe
Next
so.
month for the
Okay.
community dinner?
Oh.
Can we,
April, I think it's
do
9th.
starting in July? Can we, tell people who have kids in the school age that we can help with uniforms?
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
April 9th.
Yeah.
And it's 4 to 6:30, right?
And as we're getting into spring, summer,
Yes,
is there anything
yes.
about the ballpark? Anything that we're doing with them or?
Actually, it's funny you ask. Just had a conversation with them last week and asked, that they're gonna do I had the same conversation. We're gonna do some sort of a like opening day.
Okay,
And they're gonna have the South Bend Cubs come out there, play with the kids
Nice.
and all that. Nothing has been coordinated yet, but that is what's being discussed. So there's going to be some sort of spring event at the baseball park.
okay.
Just had that conversation.
All right, well, if there is nothing else, I will accept the motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we
I said,
adjourn our March 17th meeting.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
If you have any issues with that, with ADP, holler.
okay, I don't have to sign.